Hey guys, just got home from work. Well, I actually got home from work like an hour ago, but cracked a beer or two. Not drunk, promise. Just high blood pressure. That's why my face is always red in every video. I just kind of wanted to talk about that shooting, man. First of all, there was a shooting a few days before this school shooting. Never caught the shooter. Wonder if it's the same dude. Who knows, right? The thing about all the press on the mainstream media, especially from the left, and y'all know I'm on the right, right? So you already know this is coming, okay? But a lot of the press coming out is one, they don't talk about this person being trans. And if they do, it's just kind of like a passing comment, right? Um, And then, of course, you have Minneapolis's mayor. Now, I live in Bloomington, which is next to Richfield, which is next to Bloomington. So, Minneapolis is like 10, 15-minute drive, if that. If that. If I just go straight down Portland, well, I mean, most of it's closed now because of construction. But if I, technically, if I go straight down Portland Avenue, I will be in Minneapolis. My sister lives there. Luckily, our kiddos, her kiddos, I just call them my kiddos. They don't go to, Catholic school. But we were all still worried because I was like, weird, like all because I had no idea what was going on. I was like, all these sirens because I had that day off. All these sirens, like what is happening today? Because I live on a corner, like an intersection, sirens all the time, because the Bloomington fire department's just like right down the road from us. Plus, we have the hospital right down the road. So, cops, fire, uh, EMS, hear it all day. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Which I hate that saying, anyways. But I was kind of worried. I was like, "What the hell? What's going on? Like, shit." And I was actually on Daily Wire because I pay for it. It's expensive. I didn't know how expensive it was once it re-upped. It was like almost $200. I was like, "Oh shit! I could just do that for free on YouTube." But anyways, I saw the thing and I was like, "What the heck?" And then somebody had mentioned in the comments that there was another shooting a few days prior. Never caught the guy, and I was like, I never heard of that. Like I literally had not heard of that because the left media won't tell you about it. But who knows? Maybe it was that guy, girl, they them. Who knows? Who knows? So what's really kind of pissing me off though is that a lot of the mainstream media, they're not talking about the fact that the last large handful of mass shootings we've had are from trans people. You know, and I'm not saying that all trans people are crazy. Believe me. Like I love my brother Killian. He wasn't born a dude, and I love his daughter, who was not born a woman. I love these people. However, there is something that's happening in some of these people's brains. You know, you if you consciously make the decision that you're like, you know what? I'm not a guy. Or I'm not a girl. I understand that. It's kind of like how I hate, like the fruity. I mean, I know it's a terrible thing to say. The fruity gay guys. I'm like, if you're a guy who likes guys, just be a guy. Just be a guy. Like, how hard is it to just be a guy? I have friends who are super gay, but they're guys. Like, I have one friend. I'm gonna tell you what. He could take your car apart, put it back together better than it was before, and then go suck a D. Like, I mean, he's a guy. Why can't you just be a guy? Like, I just don't understand it. So but I do understand the trans thing. It's like, if you make a conscious decision, you're like, as an adult, you've grown up the whole time, and you're like, I just don't feel comfortable in my body. And that's what happened with my brother. He was actually married to my brother from another mother. So I used to call him my sister. And, well, that's why they got divorced, obviously. Just decided, what? I'm not bi. I'm a dude. They got divorced. Still a brother of mine. I mean, we barely ever talk. But I still love him. Like, I would never say anything bad about this guy. And nor would I call him or her. Like, I mean, sometimes it slips out, you know. And, I work at a place where this kind of thing would happen a lot. And, I can tell. I'm like, well, I can tell that you weren't born a dude, but I'll call you he. Or if I'm referring to you, so be like, he said, or she said. Doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is the fact that we are not seeing any coverage about the fact that there's a lot of like trans people killing people in the last handful of years. All right? Because some of this trans ideology is literally a psychosis. If just go with me on this, okay? Just go with me. So, let's say you have a crazy person. It happens. Some people are born crazy, just the way it is. And they're like, okay, I identify as a girl now. And now I'm going to shoot up a school. Well, they were crazy to begin with. Okay? They didn't make the conscious decision to become a woman. They were just crazy. So you have like, I don't know the statistics, but you have a part of the population of trans people that are normal people, but crazy people. However, it seems to be that there's a lot of trans people that are killing people now. Like, look at Covenant. Like, I mean, there are so many more other things or other shootings or killings that are happening, and it's being done by trans people. Does that mean all trans people are bad? No, of course not. Anytime a shooting happens, being a white male, I'm always like, please don't be white. Please don't be white. Please. Fuck, it's white. Because, I'm hoping it's somebody else. However, now I should start saying, like, please don't be straight. Please don't be straight. Please don't be straight. Fuck. But it's kind of, I did get hit by a box today. Looks like I got a cut there. I know I got a cut there. It's truck day today. It's supposed to be yesterday. Um, but something happened, and truck did come till today, which really sucks. Like, you'd be like, oh, that's really good. No, it sucked because all of our truck people were scheduled for yesterday. Like, of course, I was supposed to be there. Obviously, I was there. But I'm a 45-year-old man. You know, unloading a truck is not fun. But if you have a couple young guys there, it's a little bit easier. Well, they didn't work today. So it was me, a woman who's about, I assume she's my age. I'm not going to ask. And then a woman who I assume is maybe younger than my mother, but definitely older than me. 3 of us unloading the truck. Took us 3.5 hours. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it still sucked. Because I was like, oh, why would this happen? Anyway, so let's just get back to what I was talking about. So, we really need more mental health screenings, issues, something, because, you know, some of these people that claim to be trans, I'm not sure if they're actually trans. I think they're crazy. You know, like, my brother's not crazy. I mean, he wants to present as a woman, that's fine by me. I mean, I really don't care. But there are some other people that are like super crazy, and these are the ones that are committing these things. I mean, if you watch the video of, well, I'm just going to call him because he's obviously not trans. He's just crazy. If you watch the video of him, like, showing all of his magazines, his guns, first of all, how did he get them? He's not old enough. I mean, he's old enough to buy them, but he's not old enough to afford them. Unless he has a really good job, because I can barely afford to buy a 9 that costs like $250. You know what I mean? So he's buying all this, and magazines are expensive. Ammunition is very expensive. He somehow has them, so maybe his parents are culpable, and I hope they're culpable because they raised a psychopath. But he's writing stuff on there like death to Trump, death to Christians. His manifesto is ridiculous. We really need to fix the mental health issues. Like, we really do. I think that would solve a lot of problems. But I also think what would solve a lot of problems is stop slapping people on the wrist. Put them in fucking jail for 20 years. Not for a year and a half and then possible parole. No. Put them in jail for 20 years and say, this is what happens when you do stupid shit. So if you don't want to be in jail for 20 years, don't do stupid shit. Super easy, right? And then maybe reopen asylums. I'm sorry, like, I know that sounds archaic and stupid, but let's open up some asylums and be like, this person is obviously crazy. There's nothing we can do to help this person. It's technically a jail, but maybe we need to start doing that. So, anyways, that's all I have to say for today. Guess have a good day.